Okay, so we're back for another episode of NBA 2K14, and this is the third episode of a Spin the Reel series. And last week that was the Cleveland Cavaliers that won the have won the second episode, and now we're going to third episode of the day. So for now, two down remaining, so 28 teams remaining now. San Antonio and Cleveland are right here. So now, who will give the third episode? We're gonna check the spin the rail in 3, 2, 1, spin! Which one who do you want to choose? It is the Los Angeles Clippers! We have the Chris Paul and Blake Griffin in Lob City. As are the community now, Chris Paul will playing for the final season. Now he's 21 years. And for now, we have opponent. Which one do you want? And we go with the Western Conference Semifinals rematch with the Oklahoma City Thunder. This was the rematch of the Western Conference Semifinals. This is gonna be a good one. Third episode of the day. Actually, no. I'm gonna choose with I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep Oklahoma City Thunder in. So they're gonna be playing his final season. For which one you want the opponent choose? I'm gonna test with which one do you want to play? Thunder or the Warriors? And I'm gonna choose. We're gonna go with the Oklahoma City Thunder as the third episode, as the rematch of the Western Conference Semifinals. It's gonna be a good one. Or we're something like I'm gonna keep the OKC in right here. Or we're gonna go Golden State Warriors for the first round. I believe we're gonna go with the Golden State Warriors or something. So it's gonna be the Los Angeles Clippers that will be playing the third episode of the day. Chris Paul and Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan as the Lob City team facing the familiar foes. Or we're gonna go with the Golden State Warriors. I don't know which one do you want to choose. I'm gonna go with the Golden State Warriors because of the Steph Curry and Klay Thompson in the lineup here. That should be here. I don't know. I'm gonna go the Oklahoma City Thunder because Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook in the lineup. We're gonna keep that OKC just like in the third episode. Just first episode was San Antonio. So this is third episode for the Spin the Real random team. We will be playing the Los Angeles Clippers. And now, Chris Paul will play his final season as a 21 years and retired to the end of the season. So for now on, we're going to send in Kevin Harlan here in LA, California. Take it away and enjoy. Starts now. Third episode begins. Here we go.
Thanks for tuning into this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Damon Bruce. Friday Hoops Fest coming up next. It's going to be the Oklahoma City Thunder up against the Los Angeles Clippers. And now it's game time to call the action. Here are Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke. I'll be back at halftime, everybody.
And moments ago, the national anthem and the mental preparation for the game ahead. Hello and thanks for joining us, 2K Sports fans, for another exciting presentation of NBA basketball. With Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. A quick check now at the starting five for both teams. For Oklahoma City, the backcourt is Westbrook and Cephalosha. And in the paint, holding down the pivot, a physical and bruising big man at 6'10", Big Perk, Kendrick Perkins. And it's Durant, and it's Ibaka in the power forward. And for the Clippers, CP3 and Jamal Crawford make the backcourt. And inside at center, a long 6'11", the skyscraping big man out of Texas A&M, DeAndre Jordan. Then there's Jared Dudley, and it's Griffin in at the 4 spot.
Well, you look at the Clippers, and they clearly are one of the most entertaining teams in the NBA. One of the outstanding team shows you'll see. They have fun, they're up and down. They're a hard-working group, and a lot of that you have to attribute to their leader, Chris Paul.
It'll be Los Angeles off the tip. Takes the lead pass. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Great unspoken communication between teammates, leading to the nice assist and the easy score.
Well, Clark, as you were taking a look at the Clippers, they are a fun team, an amazing product so far with big names all around. But, you know, Steve, they've got to work hand in hand to make sure they're always at their best and not take things for granted.
Well, I think it's still a team that's a work in progress. You've got a young front line in Griffin and DeAndre Jordan, great point guard in Paul, but the new additions have helped, and I think it'll be interesting to see if this team can gel during the playoffs.
And that one's good. Westbrook's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Now let's go to Doris Burke, who had a chance to catch up with head coach Scott Brooks.
He knows that the challenge for his team in this game will be to slow down Blake Griffin, who he described as instant momentum. With Griffin being such a handful physically, they plan to limit his ability to get any space around the basket and hopefully cut down those powerful drives toward the rim.
Thanks, Doris. Westbrook drives in, and he makes good on the layup. Westbrook's got 5.
3 straight makes to start this game. Looking good. You look back to that 2008 draft. The then Sonics, now Thunder, took Westbrook at the 4 spot. A lot of people thought that was a reach, but tell you what, you redo the draft right now, and he has a legitimate case of being the #1 pick.
And it's good. 7 points in the game.
And they're on fire. They've made 4 straight shots to get this thing going.
And Griffin, here we go. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
The Thunder have gone 4 of 4 to start. So a nice offensive rhythm to start here. And finished off by Westbrook. Tremendous stuff from a guy, Clark, we think more of for his passing.
Yeah, but he's got tremendous leaping ability and a surplus supply, too.
Well, that's a great aggressive move and 2 big points, too.
Far back in that 2008 draft, Westbrook had played kind of a combo guard at UCLA, and there's some questions, I think, among a lot of scouts and personnel guys about his ability to become a full-time point guard.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting. I think you always have to look at players, not just for what they might become, but what are they when they get to you. And Russell was a guy who was athletic, aggressive, hungry to get better. And when you got those attributes and his athleticism, you're going to be a difference maker in the league, and he's proven that to be the case. You know, last season, the Thunder marched their way to the top seed in the West and spent most of the season battling for that top spot with San Antonio, and it was the Thunder's play on the road that was the big difference between the two.
I like that. Attack and create the contact.
Very nearly had an and-one opportunity there. Good aggressive move.
You know, another note on the Thunder and the road dominance, you're always going to have to be fantastic on the road if you want to win in the West. And the Thunder, Steve, clearly the best in the West on the road.
Yeah, 26 wins for them, 2 more than the next 2 teams in the conference. And the only team that had more road wins than them on the year in the NBA was the Heat. So just a terrific season for the Thunder, both at home and on the road. Of course, kind of got derailed by the Westbrook injury in the playoffs.
That's good.
He's got the firepower, feeling the rhythm here, going 5 for 5 so far.
Yeah, everything seems to be working. He's in a nice groove.
That's good. Clark, a lot of give and take between these sides early.
lead changes in this half already.
Yeah, good one here. Guys, this is going to be fun to watch. Two evenly matched teams, both teams playing hard.
Now here's Westbrook. He's got 13. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
6 for 6 now for him. He's rolling.
At least not on the first. Six attempts. I mean, he is scorching out there.
Clippers have gone 7 of 8 from the field to start the game. Very hot shooting. He feeds it to Douglas. Kicks it to Jordan. Ball outside. Pass to Crawford. Griffin, defended by Ibaka. The shot's good from Griffin.
I'll tell you what I love about him. His ability to finish even while absorbing contact. He is so strong. Even with defenders hanging all over him, he continues to finish at the basket.
And I'll tell you one more thing about him, Steve. He sets a screen maybe better than anybody. And if he rolls off of it, he gets the ball and gets a clean look. It's automatic. Impeccable mechanics this quarter. He's been perfect from the field.
And first time of the game called for Oklahoma City.
You know, you look over at how tough the West has been over the last decade or so, and my, you've never seen a team dominate that conference the way the Thunder did last year. They were on the roll.
And the Thunder going with a whole new group out there. We've got 1:18 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Lamb. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. The record for the Thunder against the West, 39-13. Just numbers that you never really see for a team playing against what is always, Steve, a very tough Western Conference.
Well, just to give you an idea of how good the Thunder were in the West last year, I mean, you'd have to go all the way back to the 08-09 season to find another club that had more than 39 wins against the West. That was the 09 Lakers, of course, who went on to win it all.
So here's Westbrook after the made shot from Hines. Stolen by Collison. Up the floor. And goaltending is going to be the call. So they get the basket there anyway.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
Reggie Jackson's checked in for Russell Westbrook. It's taken away by Collison. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful.
You know, they're being very one-dimensional right now, going to the post every time. But if it works, you don't need another dimension.
Well, they're taking this defense to task, quite honestly. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
It's Durant on the wing. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
Boy, he's so hard to stop, guys, because he poses a ton of matchup problems for the defense.
The Clippers in the lead. Feeds it to Reddick. He passes to Barnes. 27 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
and they're beginning to fall apart a little bit defensively, especially inside.
Well, that's 4 straight buckets now at the rim.
Lamb. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time.
Everybody on the floor is hot. Incredible stuff here in the early stages.
Tell you what, both teams playing downhill. Who's going to blink first?
And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. For Los Angeles, they have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line. That's good from Hollins. And so here is Oklahoma City. It's a 5-point game. Jackson kicks to Lamb. 4 seconds left. Here's Mullins. Nope. Good. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. Clippers ahead. They're up by 5. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Clippers.
With the aggression they're showing early on, I mean, they're driving it to the hoop with authority and force.
And I think another key will be, can they continue to knock down that mid-range shot? They've been very good here early.
Thunder trailing by 5.
You know, for so long, the Clippers were on the bottom rung of the ladder in the West, almost were a joke in the conference, but their fortunes have changed dramatically in the past few years, and now they're a team that's respected and feared.
And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Chris Paul is the outspoken leader for this Clippers team. Jamal Crawford said, quote, "I've never been around a player who was so vocal." Paul explained it this way: "I've been fortunate to be short my entire life. There's only one position I've ever had to play, and that's point guard. So I've always had to be that leader, and that was my job, to talk." And guys, he's a big people person too. Not hard to see a career in coaching once his playing days are over.
Holding everyone accountable, Doris. Thanks. Lock at 6. Odom, the pass to Collison. Odom, good ball movement here by the Clippers. Redick for 3. That's good. And it's got 5. Well, like you said, the Clippers have really flipped the Western Conference upside down over the last few years. And you're right, they have done it with, Steve.
What a huge play.
Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
Still, I mean, it's startling that he'd even try that right now.
Here's Barnes, an easy layup after coming off the pick.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
Love it. Old school. Just physical play in the paint. Dominate.
Lamb, good.
And that's like a layup for him. He's just wide open out there.
Won't happen right away, but Jeremy Lamb has all the tools, I think, to be a fantastic defender at the NBA level. Young players oftentimes take a couple of years to figure it out defensively, but he's got everything he needs to be elite at that end.
And that one's good, Holland.
Guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
Well, it's become one of the stories of the first half, Clark, just piling up points in the paint.
Jackson against Collison. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple. And Jeremy Lamb, a 6'11" wingspan for this kid. He's shown promise offensively as well.
Very smooth with that jump shot. He can finish big time when he gets to the rim. Still young and paying his dues, but you got to love his upside. A lot of potential.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
Hey, I think we all knew that the Clippers were good last year, but we really took notice when they rattled off those 17 wins in a row. in December. That was a franchise record, which had previously been 11, and that's when the league really took notice.
Well, it was the year of the win streak last season with Miami doing what they did and Denver getting hot as well. But you know, Steve, the Clippers had the first lengthy win streak and turned some heads earlier in the season.
Yeah, what was that, about 17 games in a row they won? And I thought that kind of established the Clippers in the West, put a little fear in the rest of the conference, and gave L.A. a swagger that I thought helped them get through the rest of the season.
Platoon swap here for the Clippers. Outside Jackson. And it's rejected. And out of bounds as Los Angeles keeps possession. And the Thunder making a change here. Ibaka's checked in. Los Angeles leading by 3. Griffin sets the screen for Paul. Deflected. Durant with the steal. Here's Jackson. Flushes it down to finish the break.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
It feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close. Tough break for the defense. He took the heat and drew the whistle.
Yep, but when you get there late, that's what happens.
Ball goes in, goes up high for the two-handed dunk. He can fly, can he? He'll make you forget he's a point guard.
Decide to attack the basket, Kevin, he can do it with the best of them.
And this is the time to attack with these two teams locked in such a close game.
Collison, defended by Griffin. Collison kicks to Lamb. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin.
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
Well, that's how you said it. Wow, that was unbelievable.
Look at that.
How about that?
Look at that.
He was in the clouds on that one, folks.
Elevation, gentlemen. That's what we just witnessed.
Hey, can he get up there or what?
Jacks up a 3. Oklahoma City gets it back. Durant dishes to Jackson. Pass to Lamb. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists now in this one.
Well, it looks like he's finally found his footing in this game. His first quarter was a real struggle, but he's got it going now.
And the Clippers call time here. And during the timeout, both coaches getting a chance here to review the strategy at this point of the game, along with the discussions. Also some rehydration going on with Gatorade. Everyone trying to bring their top game here tonight.
Yeah, that's why you see the trainers going around to every player, making sure they're hydrated, they're getting enough to drink during the game. And so important to hydrate yourself and keep yourself strong and ready to play for these big minutes down the stretch.
Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Well, gentlemen, the Clippers upgrading their roster this summer, and new coach Doc Rivers feels the new players put them in great position. He said, quote, "They're great fits. They get who they are. They're over themselves. They're just trying to win and do whatever it takes." He added, "We want to be the winner. We don't just want to do a lot of winning. They've done that. Guys, the expectation is clearly to contend for an NBA title."
Yeah, building chemistry on the court will be their focus. Thanks, Doris. Kendrick Perkins, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Cephalosha comes in for Jeremy Lamb.
Hey, we all know how hard it was for the Thunder going into last season to trade away their sixth-man star, James Harden, but it was something that had to be done. They really missed his playmaking ability, though, and I think they missed him in the locker room, too.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. And for the Thunder, a financial decision to trade away Harden. They've already tied up Steve Money in big contracts to Durant and to Westbrook, Ibaka, and Perkins.
And Kevin, I think a lot of people question why they didn't keep Harden and maybe move Ibaka or Perkins. I think Perkins would have been maybe the best option, but he's really looked at as their best post defender, a guy who brings leadership and toughness. So it was a very difficult decision, but there's no doubt this team missed James Harden.
Ball against Jackson. Shot from 6. And it's blocked by Jordan. Ball kicks to Griffin.
Boy, with 2 fouls now, he really has to be disciplined and under control for the rest of the match. He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Jeremy Lamb's checked in for Durant. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Reggie Jackson. And Westbrook, here we go. And Ibaka slams it in.
Maybe that'll ignite him. I mean, impossible. Not to get pumped up after that. At least I think that would be the case.
Well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are. Look at them. They are pumped up.
Yeah, they're geeked.
That's what those alley-oops do, though.
Here's Jordan. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. Jordan's got 4 this quarter.
They're on fire from mid-range, guys. They found the weakness in the defense, and they're exploiting it to a T.
Not often you see a team rely on that shot like they have.
The shot's good from Westbrook. Westbrook's got 18 points in the game.
He is setting this place on fire, fellas. This shooting has been off the chart.
Dudley. Good, and Paul gets the assist. And the Clippers lead by 7. And so that brings the first half to a close. Clippers lead by 7. Folks, stay tuned for the halftime show with Damon Bruce for all the highlights from our first half.
Now, presented by Sprint.
Sunday action is in full swing, so let's break down the first half for you. A strong first half for the Clippers. They've been relentless attacking the rim, dominating in points in the paint, and the bodies down low have been banging away. We've seen CP3 tearing it up effortlessly against Oklahoma City. The bucket looks about 5 feet wide for him. He hasn't missed one shot. Can you believe it? still in this, the Thunder hanging around. And give them credit defensively, they're boxing out, controlling their defensive backboards. Russell Westbrook's playing great through 2 quarters. Seems like everything's falling for him. Not sure if he even knows how to miss. And that's all there is to it. Thanks so much for spending halftime with me. Now it's time to send you back out at the start of the 3rd quarter.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
The busy streets of Los Angeles, lighting up the night sky as we continue. Well, you look at Russell Westbrook in this game, he has been everywhere.
It seemed like he made everything he got. I mean, anytime he had an open look, he took advantage of the opportunity there in that first half.
And Steve, they were all good looks. I mean, his shot selection has been terrific throughout the game.
And he goes big. With the dunk right over DeAndre Jordan.
You know, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult while they're trailing.
Yeah, but still, you know what? A magnificent move to the rim.
Agreed.
Guys, look, I don't know what the score is. That's the play we're all going to remember from this game. Very well executed pick to give them all kinds of space to get that one off.
One of the things that really jumps out at you about the Clippers is their depth. Really impressive. I mean, they've surrounded their stars with a bench that includes Jamal Crawford, who was 2nd in the voting for 6th Man of the Year. They've got a nice second unit.
You know, if you were only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would be ahead.
And when you talk about the bench for the Clippers last season, also guys like Matt Barnes and Lamar Odom. Steve, some good defensive tenacity there, too.
Yeah, they had an edge. You know, Barnes really gave them some toughness and some grit. I thought Crawford's shooting gave them some balance where they had a good offense to go with good defense. And then Bledsoe slashing. They were a lot of fun to watch, that bench unit.
Ball against Westbrook. Shot clock at 6. Crawford up top. He has 6. Nice move. He stepped back and cashed it up. Crawford's got 8 points.
Well, one of the things that makes him special is his tendency to become red hot in just a matter of seconds. And you never know when it's coming. You know, all it takes is a shot or two, and he's rolling.
And you know what, Steve? His teammates love playing with him because he gets them so many assists thanks to his catch-and-shoot ability. A lot of his buckets come right off the pass.
Sefolosha passes to Westbrook. He dishes it to Sefolosha. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got 3 assists in the game. Clippers leading by 3. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Paul kicks to Griffin. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
Thunder trailing by 5.
Last year, Blake's stats were down, but I thought his impact on the floor was about the same. With that said, in order for him to really take the next step, he's got to be able to knock down the perimeter shot with consistency. Well, it's been a great start for this offense here in the second half. 4 for 4.
He kicks to Dudley. Back to Paul. It's up a 3. And another 3 for the Clippers. Of course, Blake Griffin played a career-low minutes last season. The team looking to save him for the postseason.
And then, ironically enough, he ends up with a badly sprained ankle during that series with Memphis. So things just didn't go quite well for the Clippers or for Griffin in the playoffs. But they had a great regular season, best record in franchise history.
And the Clippers call time here. Clippers leading by 3. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Paul dishes to Mullins. Kicks it out to Crawford. Drills the three-pointer. Crawford's got 5 points in the quarter.
Guys, that's his territory out there in the corner. I mean, when he works himself into that spot, he's usually right on target.
Westbrook drives in. There's the block. They get it back. Crawford kicks to Douglas. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
Agreed. I mean, you look at the points. I mean, they're getting a lot of baskets off of assists, so the offense really clicking here.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Cephalosha's checked in. Westbrook passes to Lamb. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. 14 points for Lamb.
This is tremendous solo run he's on. I mean, the kind we've seen him have so many times before.
Gets it to go. 16 points for Chris Paul.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
I agree. They need more energy in the post, maybe some double teaming. We've got to get their defense in gear.
It's Durant on the wing.
Look at that athletic play. Incredible.
Wow. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Forget about going for the long range. Bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend. Take it to the hoop.
And now, brilliant throwdown.
Just exerting his authority out there.
Out of bounds, Oklahoma City takes possession. Kendrick Perkins, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Ibaka comes in for Kevin Durant. Thunder trailing by 6.
Well, one thing that Byron Mullins added last year was a three-point shot, and he wasn't shy at all about trying it out. I mean, it was still a work in progress, and right now I think it's a part of this game.
Jordan with the screen on Westbrook. Right side, Griffin deflects the pass. It's stolen by Ibaka. And the Thunder pushing it up now. And leading the charge. Westbrook with the bucket.
You know, the instant that steal was made, they were off and running the other way.
Ball pressure, then a run-out see. That's perfection to me.
And to go back to Mullins, not the best percentage from outside, but he is a spot of big man.
Well, if he can get his three-point percentage up a little higher, along with his decent rebounding, I think they found something in terms of a player who can be a consistent threat in that front court.
And that one's good, Westbrook.
And this is someone that can really hurt you from long range. He did that to a degree in the first half, and he's doing it now.
Ball against Westbrook. Lets it go from the wing. And again, the Clippers good for 2.
This is some kind of performance we're seeing from him today. He has yet to miss a shot.
And again, it's Oklahoma City. There's 14 seconds left to play in the third. Paul outside. Pulls up. Again, Los Angeles.
Chris Paul has got that hot hand going.
To tie. No good there. And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game, and both teams putting up points in a hurry. The Clippers on top, up 3. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Clippers.
Man, they keep piling up the assists, guys. Great ball movement.
Well, they've also really been dialed in with their jump shot. I mean, they have not missed much from mid-range today.
Odom kicks to Crawford. Back to Odom. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Passes it to Crawford. Redick. And that's a foul. It's called on Thabo Sefolosha. And that'll be his third foul so far. And Oklahoma City making a change here. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Right side, Westbrook. And that one's good. Westbrook's got 18 points just in the second half.
And now both of these clubs really in a groove here.
Already a high-scoring game, but it has become an offensive showcase down the stretch. Well, I'm sure Chris Paul not happy with how last season ended. He's hungry for a title. But a franchise best in wins for the Clippers, and for CP3, another great season statistically, I think he's got to take some solace in that.
And for Chris Paul last season, a career low in minutes with a great backup behind him and Eric Bledsoe.
Yeah, even when Paul missed those 12 games with an injury, the Clippers did fine without him. But now Bledsoe is on to Phoenix after the trade. Darren Collison steps into that backup role, and we'll see how he's able to fare. Yeah, and he's one player who doesn't need a lot of space to get to the basket. He's really crafty. He can blast his way straight through traffic. He's really strong.
And also, he's one of those guys who can cover 94 feet in the blink of an eye and often does, with or without help on the break. You know, the big knock on Blake Griffin from the beginning of his career is that he struggled with his free throws. He worked at it, and last season had the highest free throw percentage of his career. Well done by Blake. He's got to continue to improve there.
DeAndre Jordan's checked in for the Clippers. And for Blake Griffin, of course, draws fouls in bunches. In fact, last season, around 67% from the free throw.
Major improvement. He was closer to 50% the year before that. So, you know, he'd like to even get better than 67, but that's serviceable. That's to the point where you're going to make people pay if they foul you. So I like what Griffin has done as far as the improvement is concerned.
Paul kicks to Griffin. Sefolosha with the steal. The finish. Shot is blocked. They recover it. That's good. And look at it. Now the hustle game has been going for the Thunder.
Their activity at the defensive end, Kevin, has been really impressive. Attacking and coming away with steals.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively. They've been turning those turnovers into points.
Paul kicks to Dudley. Now the dish to Reddick. From the arc. They grab their own miss. A nice shot by Jordan. And the Clippers lead by one. Boy, right down to the wire here, Clark and Steve. Still anyone's ball game.
Both teams really invested now. I mean, this is the type of game you love to win, and you hate to lose it.
Boy, after all this energy that both teams have expended, you're right, Clark. This would be a tough one to win.
Serge Ibaka has checked in for Nick Collison. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
During that break, Coach Rivers had some words for his team. As this game enters winning time, and it really could go either way, he wanted a chance to check in, make sure they're all on the same page, and sticking to the game plan to close it out. Kevin?
Westbrook kicks to Ibaka. And the basket good.
And you can feel the pattern of this game, guys. They're working it inside, dominating in the paint, getting good shots at will.
Well, 4 of their last 5 baskets, guys, have been of exactly that variety.
Gets it to go. And that's 12 points for Jordan.
And the lead goes right back over. This is a seesaw affair.
The game's there for the taking, but neither team seems to want it.
Westbrook drives in. Perkins. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got 6 assists in the game. LA's gone to three-point range 7 times tonight, knocked down 5 of them. Here's Griffin. That's good. Griffin's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Late reaction from the defense. He's almost going to make good on that.
Ball against Westbrook. Now the feed to Durant. tries from 10, and Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
And it feels like the energy has just picked up big time here. Both teams now feeding off each other's intensity.
I don't know what was said in the locker rooms at halftime, Steve, but it's obvious both sides have responded well. Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, they were very lucky defensively because there was some miscommunication there. They left him wide open.
A big bucket there to quiet this crowd, Clark.
You know, that's exactly what you got to do. Take them out of the equation. Make those fans be quiet.
Yep, and that's exactly what he did.
He's so clutch, Kevin. When the pressure is at its highest, that's when he's at his very best.
Westbrook gets to Durant, and it's out of bounds. The Thunder able to retain possession.
He had no choice but to lunge for that pass to stop it from getting through.
That was a good job. It could have been a quick bucket if he doesn't knock it out of bounds there.
107 left in the fourth. Sefolosha's shot is good.
He had his choice of finishing moves there, and you just got to love the fact he went old school with the finger roll.
Paul with the three. It's money from deep.
This is the red-hot version of Chris Paul right there.
Paul's gone 2 for 3 from deep. Westbrook gets to Durant.
And he's been exactly what they needed here in the fourth.
Well, he looks like a dangerous man. I mean, he's made all 4 of the shots this quarter so far.
A crucial basket.
They needed it, and he gave it to them.
.43 seconds left to play here in the fourth. The kick out to Westbrook. It's in!
And that assist earned him a little nod from his teammate after the basket.
Clark, a critical possession right here.
Boy, Kevin, you can just feel the crowd on pins and needles right now.
His performance from long range has been incredible.
Another one of your shots, Steve, and today it's his too.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. They're down by 2. 26 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. .23 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. This is to Durant. Lets it fly from 18. Yes! And tie game. That is a huge basket right there. Los Angeles calls timeout. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Paul. Paul, right side. That will count. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot. No good. So it's the Clippers taking the win in a close one. Clark, it was anybody's game right to the very end.
Yeah, it was. The coach is happy with the outcome, but maybe not so much with the margin.
Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see you next time. And now, our Jordan Player of the Game, Chris Paul.
Okay, here we wrap up in this one as the episode 3 concludes as the Los Angeles Clippers win. Pick the third episode, and what will be the next fourth episode will be next week, either Saturday or Sunday. We have every one upload at a time. So that will do it for now. This is Andre Kenshin. You saw the Thursday Night Football was on Houston, Texas without CJ Stroud take down Josh Allen of the Buffalo Bills. And don't forget, tomorrow we have a marquee matchup in AFC featuring Daniel Jones of the Indianapolis Colts take on Patrick Mahomes of the Kansas City Chiefs. Fox, we got Jalen Hurts of the Philadelphia Eagles take on longtime NFC East rival Dak Prescott of the Dallas Cowboys, and the NBC Sunday Night Football heads to SoFi Stadium. Baker Mayfield of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers take on Matthew Stafford of the Los Angeles Rams. The time to take care of their business and time to say so long, everyone, and have you wonderful, and we'll see you next week for the fourth episode of the epic Spin the Reel, Win the Random Team. Take care and good night. Bye.